Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Toon Jr. here with Sebastian Merrick here for game 204 of the Region 20 NJCAA tournament game. We're here in the quarterfinal round, and we got our 5-4 matchup here. We got the WVU Potomac State Catamounts against the 4 seed Garrett College Lakers. Here for a big matchup here, Sebastian. You said you're expecting a high-scoring game.
Yeah, so let's start off with Garrett. Garrett's really, they've come in, they had a very strong start. They kind of faded a little down the stretch, but they worked their way up to the 4 seed. They got a couple late adds to their roster. Mainly Cam Hevington's going to be a very big focal point for them. They like to play through him a lot, and I expect him to be a big feature in this one.
All right, and then for the Potomac State, they're relying on a couple of their guys. We had Peter Quay, Giannis Yobi. I saw them in their game against Dundalk. They are tremendous, like the Cajuns team. Second chance rebounding is great.
No doubt about it, but the show for Potomac State runs through Cam Wilkes. This is a Cam Wilkes team. He leads everybody in the region in scoring. The only player in this region that's over 20 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a heck of a player. The ball's going to be in his hands 24/7, and we look forward to seeing that.
And we got a new batch of officials here for today's game. We got Chris Santoro, Ryan Galloway, and Chris Miller, your 3 officials for game 2 of 4 in the quarterfinal Thursday. With that, we'll step aside for the lineups and be right back. All right, the 5 versus the 4. Potomac State Catamounts rocking the gold numbers in blue, navy blue, and then Garrett College with the white and Carolina blue trim. And looks like we're going to have Eugene Bryant, number 11. The Catamounts, number 5, Carmelo Miles, tipping it off. 5 versus the 4, and we're underway for game 2.
Redo the jump ball here, as I guess the other ref said the toss wasn't sufficient enough.
And now we're underway. Game 2 of 4. Potomac State against Garrett College. The Lakers of Garrett College have the ball here first. Dangerous pass. Nice feed, and first to Kayshawn Scott.
Yeah, Scott can put the ball in the basket. And it'll be interesting to see with Headington on the bench. expect to see the ball with Gavin Jackson a lot. That guy can score the ball. He's a playmaker. Garrett's got a lot of players that really can handle the ball. It's a very modern team, and expect to see a lot of points in this one for both sides as Wilkes steps out of bounds.
Tied rope with the sideline. First possession comes up empty for the Catamounts. And Coleman bringing it up, number 3 for the Lakers. Passes over to Scott, who just put up the first 2. Misses. Rebound, Carmelo Miles. Iron unkind rebound by Daniel Charlo. Wilkes bringing it up. Over to Thompson. Thompson over to Grant. Back to Wilkes. Pick set by Charlo. Denied there by Scott. 2-1 pass. Knocked away. Active hands by Wilkes. It's going to the Lakers.
But you can see the pace of play in this one. It's a lot quicker than the last one we had, and both teams like it that way.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be really a track meet. It's just back and forth. And I think maybe Potomac State might want to err on the side of maybe slowing it down a little, because Garrett, when they get in their offense and they play fast break style, they can get ugly for opponents.
Nice pass there by Grant to Brian. He's able to draw the foul. He's going to head the line for 2. Potomac State, a much better finish this year. They went 11-15 last year, losing to Howard in the quarterfinal opening round game. +7 in the win column, 18-11, looking to advance past this quarterfinal round.
Yeah, you got to give the coaching staff there a lot of credit. Ryan Streets, Brady Folk. They've done a really good job with Potomac State. And the thing that you really test when you bring in new coaches for new programs is the improvement. So year 1 was not good for them at all. It was like 5 wins. Year 2, they had the 11 win, and now they've made another big jump to 18. That's the sign of building a really good program, and they're doing that here at Potomac State. And it's cool to see what they've done to kind of reinvigorate a program that's been good in the past, but they've kind of been down a little as of late. But they're back now, that's for sure.
Nice steady progression for this Catamounts program. Yeah, Scott has it over in the corner to Coleman. Pressure being applied by Wilkes. Adams, Miles, Specs, and knocks it down. First 2, Carmelo Miles, freshman from D.C. by way of the Seed School.
Yeah, and Seed School produces some hoopers.
They are currently in the playoffs of playing Lock Raven today in the regional championship, trying to make it to that Elite 8.
Yeah, and so when you get somebody from there, you're getting a proven basketball talent, that's for sure. And Miles is definitely one of those guys.
Wilkes, spin, rise, fire, in and out. Miles with a strong rebound. Looking to run. Passes it over to Gavin Jackson. Pick set by Scott. Into the foul line. Back to Jackson. Coleman, another pick, a double pick. Shot clock down at 10. Behind the back pass. A little back, but scored and corralled by Scott.
Yeah, nice little backdoor cut there for Garrett. And Potomac State got to wake up on the defensive end of the floor.
And that's Scott. He's got 4 of the Lakers' 6 points here early on. And active hands there. Scott, Euro to the cup, lays it up.
Garrett definitely asserting themselves right now. And it'll be interesting to see with Wilkes, his right hand's wrapped, so he's a predominantly right-handed guard. I wonder if that's going to affect his play in this one. That's an interesting nugget that I did not expect coming into this one.
Grant trying to put up the score through the contact. Missed there. It's going to stay here with the Catamounts.
Yeah, it's a big possession here for Potomac State. You got 11 on the shot clock. You don't want to get down too much early in this one. Garrett, because once Garrett's ahead, they usually don't blow leads, and they continue to score a lot of points. And
corner shot missed off of the back of the rim. Nice effort on the boards there by the Lakers.
And I like the effort on the beginning on the floor for Potomac State defensively, and they get a turnover and a 3-on-1.
Bryant, Charlo gets the first two of the game for him. And he's able to stop this run. 8-4 lead for the Lakers.
Yeah, big basket there for Potomac State. Cut this to 4-point game early, and you like the active hands that they have defensively. Garrett's got to be a little stronger with the basketball.
Scott over to Coleman. Guarded by Grant. Pick set as Charlo defends, and a little too much bump. It's going to get his first personal. We got our first media timeout. 5 minutes gone by. Garrett College up on Potomac State 8-4. See you guys in a bit. Back after the first media timeout. Garrett College Lakers up on the Catamounts 8-4 here. Inbounding it for the Lakers is Miles, Carmelo Miles. Coleman over to Jackson. Hand off to Coleman. Shot clock is down to 10. 5, 4. Adams drives, shuffles the feet for a travel.
Yeah, pretty obvious call right there for the official to make. Good defense there by Potomac State, staying in front of a man, not being too aggressive, but not overcommitting and sagging off as well. So good solid defense there by Potomac State. That's how it's done.
Number 15, Stephen Robinson for the Lakers subs in. He's guarding Charlo right now. And there's a handoff. Grant can't finish. Charlo cannot finish as well. Here come the Lakers. Coleman pressing the issue. Drive, kicks it out. Miles, 3. Short of the rim. Rebound. Catamounts. Grant calling for Bryant. He's got it. Drives. Foul line. Step up. Thompson. Nice denied there by the Lakers. Wilkes. Shot clock down to 7. Thompson in rhythm. Misses. Scott can't get it. Back to the Catamounts. Wilkes. Thought about it. Give and go. Back to Wilkes. First two for him.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took this long for Cameron Wilkes because he's really a 3-level scorer, elite playmaker. The offense runs through Wilkes, so give Garrett credit that it took this long for him to get on the board, but it was only a matter of time before Wilkes made his presence felt.
He filled it up against Dundalk earlier this year. I called that game. Shot clock at 7. Jackson drives. Right hand, high off the glass. No. Charlo gets it.
Looked like there was a little bit of a reach there on that one. Surprised no foul was called.
Wilkes cannot finish at the rack for the layup. Scott. Coleman. Behind the back pass. Miles comes back. Back to Coleman to reset.
Good job by Coleman there bringing it out. You can tell that was going nowhere. So reset, have a couple 10 seconds to work with, and you get a blocking foul. Now you got 20 to work with. Good job resetting the offense.
So that on Andre Grant, number 4. 6-foot freshman from Fairmount, West Virginia. Coleman doesn't use the pick. Drives to the lane, up and under with the left hand, can't finish. Robinson can't finish as well. Third chance, stolen away. Wilkes, bounce pass. Bryant, soars, give and go. No. Wilkes with the rebound.
Got to get the board if you're Garrett, but if you're Potomac State, you also got to finish the layup there.
Oh, yeah.
Big missed opportunity.
No look feed by Wilkes to Eugene Bryant.
Yeah, got Garrett on the fake there. Bryant puts it up with ease. Just like that, this game is tied. Garrett in a little bit of a scoring drought right now.
A strong surge there by the Catamounts, and Jackson loses the handle. He steps up for 3. Misses the front of the rim. Rebound Grant. Grant gets by Robinson. Score, SARS misses the shot. Bryant with the rebound. Thompson will reset. Picks it by Charlo. Thompson, high arcing shot, great defend there. Charlo, second chance, no. Robinson has it. And a little aggressive there. I think that's number 2 on Charlo. Personal foul. With that, we've got our immediate timeout. After initial surge by the Lakers, Catamounts tie it back up at 8. Be right back. Back here after the break, we got a dead heat 8-8 score here. The 5 seed Potomac State against the 4 seed Garrett College. Both teams tightly contested here. Looking at the score sheet for the Garrett College, Scott with 6 early on, scoring all the points. 4 for Eugene Bryant, 2 for Charlo for the Catamounts. And subbing in the game is here Cam. Drives, step back, 3. Misses, rebound Scott. Just living around the glass and the paint here. He's able to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Potomac State couldn't box out there on that one. Scott finding the ball on that one, going to the line for 2. Good job making sure he kind of made Potomac State felt that he was there and he was able to get that second chance opportunity. But this is, it's funny, we were talking about during the break. We said this game was going to be points, points, points. And right now it's 8-8. So
it sure seemed that way in about the first 3 minutes.
And that's what's so surprising is both these teams, they love to get up and down the floor and whatnot. And they're both struggling to put the ball in the basket right now. And Garrett missing 2 at the line. So it's a polar opposite. But that's why you play the games, right?
That's right.
It's not played on paper. You gotta play it out on the court and give both these teams credit defensively. As you can tell, that's a big focus of what their game plans were.
Thompson cannot finish. Charlo blocked, but a foul. Fir- First trip to the line for Charlo.
So Heathington picks up that foul. He coming off the bench for Garrett. He's one of the two they added, and he's a good player, lefty, long, lengthy, athletic, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with for Potomac State defensively. He's a very good slasher of the ball, and he can occasionally pop in a couple threes here and there. So
1 of 2 on the trip there for Charlo.
first lead of the game for Potomac State.
First lead, 9-8 score. Here's the handoff to Jackson. Drives. Well, tries to finish it with the right hand, doesn't. Coleman tried to hit it off the leg of the Catamounts player. Steps back. What a cut there by Scott. Can't finish the right hand. Miles, the freshman. Of course, he gets stuck all on the side of the glass.
Jump ball, wedgie, possession arrow, Potomac State. Nothing like a good old-fashioned wedgie. We had to have one of them during this tournament. Gots to.
Oh, absolutely. It's a requirement.
It's a requirement, no doubt about it. So you can check that off our bucket list.
10:45 left here in the first half. Lakers down 1 to the Catamounts currently have the basketball.
See, we got themes. Like the last game, we got the poster we wanted.
Oh, my God.
So if you missed that Emmanuel Enriquez threw one down. This one, we got the wedgie.
The wedgie.
So what will be the next theme?
We have next game final, the next episode
out.
of wrong show. It's not Dragon Ball Z. After the turnover here, Garrett College has possession. Scott on the wing. Hands it off to Heathington. Shot clock is down to 12. He drives. Throws it up. Shot, rebound, and made by Keontae Johnson.
That was interesting.
Just subbed in.
That was interesting there. He went with his weaker hand on that one on the drive, and you can tell it was a little off as he kind of threw it up there. It wasn't even close, but Garrett once again getting an offensive rebound in Potomac State. Got to rebound the basketball.
There's Eugene Bryant. Steps back. Fade away. This is the front of the rim, and we got a offensive foul. Looks like it was a hook there.
Loose ball foul.
Yep.
Or it's the call. It looks like on Potomac State. So Potomac State racking up those fouls early too. They got 5 team fouls. One of what Garrett's one more away, and they can go to the line for bonus free throws. So Potomac State got to play better defense without fouling.
Cam over. Johnson. Scott pass deflected. Covered by Cam. Calling for Johnson. Foul line. Dribbles. Knocked away by Grant. He's got the advantage. Grant lays it in and one. Transition points here for the Catamounts.
That was a good strong take there by Grant. And honestly, I'm surprised they called a foul on that one. I thought that was a little ticky-tacky, but nonetheless, I'll get to go to the line and try to complete a three-point play. But Garrett, this is not like Garrett. I'm almost it's funny, like Howard surprised us in the first game with just their lackluster offense. Garrett too right now. It's very lackluster. They're not in flow. They like to get up and down. Potomac State's stifling them right now, and it's pretty shocking. I mean, it's pretty like not necessarily that they're winning, but more so how they're winning is really surprising. We'll see if they can keep this up.
Hanging around here. 12-10 is the lead for the Catamounts. They regain the lead. Cam Prohops finishes with the right hand. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Went with his left initially, switched to his right. Very nice finish.
Wilkes
but
away.
Garrett doesn't get back on the defensive end of the floor, and Potomac State
Can't
beats
give him
up.
an inch. Can't give Cam an inch.
Yeah, it's not good by Garrett there. You got to sprint back immediately after a make. They did not do that, and Potomac State made them pay.
Cam pocket picked, but a late foul. Guess it was more wrist than ball. First personal there on Cam Wynn.
I actually thought that was a good call. It looked like on that one, the ball was stolen, and it was a clean steal, but on the loose where Potomac State tried to get it, Wilkes kind of gave him a shove in the back. So I thought that was a good call by the official.
Johnson, shot and race by Yobi, the 6'7" freshman from Stafford, Virginia. Coleman inbounds it. Johnson to Jackson. Step back fadeaway. Side of the rim, Johnson. Right position for the rebound. Tag, another foul there on Wilkes.
And now they're in the bonus. 1-1.
That's 2 fouls here on Wilkes. Still got a.
So if you're Garrett, knowing that Wilkes, who's definitely the best player on this Potomac State team, I'd be attacking him right now. And if Potomac State's looking to hide him, put him in some pick and rolls maybe. Try to get a pick and roll situation. I got to make Wilkes defend if I'm Garrett, because I want him in foul trouble. Now Potomac State's got a decision to make. It looks like they're going to leave Wilkes in there. And that was way off by Johnson. But
not even close.
But if Wilkes with 2 fouls, they're going to let him ride it out in the first half. It looks like they are.
There's Bryant. Yobi loses the handle. Tried to find a cutting Thompson, stolen away. Coleman going to pull back and reset at the top of the key. Come back, bounce pass. Among 3 catamounts. And a foul. Oh, man, that's another one. That's on Cam, another one.
Got to get him out now.
3.
That is a brutal, and that's the risk you take, leaving him in with 2. Is he picks up his 3rd. Now he's out for the rest of the half. I mean, you can't put him back in for these final 8 minutes.
Right here, the 8-minute mark.
That's a brutal blow. And all 3 of Wilkes' fouls happened like within 1 minute.
Yeah.
All 3 of them. So that's tough. I probably would. Now hindsight's 20/20. Obviously, I can say it with ease, being at the broadcast booth and not being on the sideline anymore. Yeah. I probably would have taken him out with 2 fouls. Because he's just so important to you. Now he's not coming back. You can't put him back in the rest of this half unless you want to risk him picking up 4, and that's just too big of a risk. Good block there, and another foul by Potomac State. They are just racking up those fouls, and Garrett is getting to the line as we'll go to this media timeout.
Media timeout with 7:50 left. All tied up at 14. Tim Toon Jr., Sebastian Merrick will be right back. $7:50 left here in the opening half. Here on quarterfinal Thursday. Game 2 of 4. Garrett College at the line. This is Keontae Johnson.
Coach Ryan Streets of Potomac State, and another miss on the front end of a 1-1. It's missed opportunities for Garrett that usually come back to bite you. Now, if I'm Potomac State, Johnson has been, and I like Johnson a lot. That's a travel. I like Johnson a lot. I actually recruited Johnson when I was coaching at Howard.
Oh, yeah?
He's proven he's had issues at the free throw line. You're at 19 fouls. Why not foul him? It's just an idea. He's proven he can't shoot them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why not send him to the line until he makes one?
Hack-a-Shack technique. I
Yeah.
like it.
I mean, he's got to make one, and it's an idea that they're not going to do it, but it's an idea, and I don't think they should. But if they get to a point where Garrett gets like 4 points in a row or whatnot, it's another idea to just slow them down.
Oh,
That's
what a nice
take.
tough move there by Gavin Jackson. He's been searching that all half, and nice drive and score there.
You know Jackson's
Oh,
fired
man.
up for this one. He's a West Virginia kid, so facing
Mhm.
the West Virginia school, you know he's ready for this one.
Oh, yeah. Morgantown, indeed. Played his ball at the Lindsley School. As we sub in, inbounding the ball is number 14, Avion Blackwood, 6'6" sophomore from Martinsburg, West Virginia. He has the ball now. They swing it around the key. Bryant drives, kicks it out, corner three. Missed there by Thompson.
And call it on Garrett.
Called it on the floor there. That's 5 on Garrett. One more in the bonus. Bryant over to Blackwood. Trying to work the zone. Bryant for three. Front of the rim. Yobi gets the rebound. Finds a cutting. Bryant and denied at the rim by Johnson.
Great block there by Johnson. Garrett out in transition.
Three missed. Second tip missed by Adams. It comes the other way. Here's Bryant. And blocked again by Adams. Denying on both drives to the cup.
Yeah, that's some great back. This is what kind of more expected in terms of the pace and whatnot, going back and forth and whatnot.
Yeah.
But good take there by both sides, really. And Potomac State going to the rim, I like that a lot. They just happen to get blocked, but they stay persistent with it. As the first free throw goes in for UB, but you like the persistence of Potomac State. It's a wide open game, and each team, it's funny, like they've had tons of scoring chances, even though the score is 16-15. They're just not. Both teams are kind of struggling right now from it, but it's a fun paced game, back and forth, and gotta give the teams credit for that.
Yeah, especially looking at here in the foul department. It's 9 for Potomac, 6 for Garrett, so they're starting to get about even in the foul department. As Coleman drives, misses. Rebound there by Adams and takes a tumble there. Coach Ryan Street's not happy with the effort there as they're now in the double bonus over the limit here.
I think he's more upset with the officiating than he is with his own team. He has been at odds with this officiating crew all day, and look, I mean, they're at 10 fouls. You can understand why. I mean, on his end, he's got to do what he's got to do as a coach to protect his team and whatnot. But they're in the double bonus, Garrett, already. That's tough with basically 6 minutes to play, 5:59 left. It's a tough way to go about it. So if you're Garrett, you got to keep attacking the basket because your worst case scenario, you should be going to the line.
Blackwood bringing it up, running the point, guarded by Carmelo Miles. Working around the queue, there's Peter Quay over to Thompson. Shot clock down to 10. Pick set by Yobi. Thompson. Quay, foul line. Misses to the right. Yobi rebound. Coming the other way. Coleman. Trap established. Nice crossover by Scott. Pocket picked. Going to the Catamounts.
Yeah, just a little loose with the basketball there on Garrett. Another turnover. Garrett looking like they're going to set up in some sort of press here. They are.
You just that. Pass knocked away, almost took our heads off here at the
Yeah,
booth.
no doubt. A couple inches to the right, and
Yep.
down goes Tim Tootin Jr. potentially.
Somebody call the medics. I have to go through the concussion protocol.
Oh, no.
18-16 is the score. Garrett College up on Potomac State. 5 minutes left. Pick set. Blackwood, pocket picked. Jackson, Coleman, lays it in. 2016 score.
Yeah, good job by Garrett there. Getting out in transition. Coleman, good strong take to lay it in.
Blackwood tries hand a three. Splash.
Big shot there for Potomac State to answer Garrett, but they got to get back defensively. And
Miles gets it and one. There's that transition you were talking about. Wow, they get up on the floor quick.
you have to get back defensively. You have to get back because these teams just run up and down the floor. You got to sprint back out there and make. And Garrett was able to catch Potomac State sleeping on that one after the make. They're going to get their 2 points back and then potentially the third one back if they make this free throw from Miles.
In and out there for Miles at the free throw line. 22-19 is the score. 4:30 left in the opening frame. Catamounts break the press. Grant, three. Back of the rim. Rebound. Lakers. Miles. Gets it and one. Looked like that might have been good position there by Thompson.
He was in good position. The problem was he was in the restricted area. And that's what's going to get him on that one. That's what the referee indicated as we get the replay. He was definitely in that restricted area on that one. That's a good call by the official. And Garrett going to the line for the chance to complete a three-point play.
Another chance for Miles at the line. Converts on this one. 25-19. They break the press. Thompson. Good percent the free throw line for Garrett. Blackwood drives, kicks it out. Grant just inside the 3-point line. Swish.
Yeah, it's a big shot there for Grant. It's funny you bring up the point of the Garrett being hit 50% from the free throw line. With all the free throws they've had, you would think the score would be so much bigger, but that's what happens when you miss at the line. And you couple with the front ends of a 1-and-1 being those misses, they're really below 50% in a way.
Oh, what a feed.
Game. Good feed
Coleman to Miles. Oh, man, Carmelo Miles had his fingerprints all over this first half. 6-point advantage.
Garrett blitzing a little bit out on the perimeter.
Blackwood. Pocket picked. Dangerous. Charlo fighting with Miles.
They're going to get a foul on Potomac State. It looks like. I don't like that call, but we'll go to immediate timeout. 27-21. Garrett.
3:14 left here. Game 2 of 4 on quarterfinal Thursday. Got the Lakers up 27-21 on the Catamounts as Miles is at the line.
And Potomac State, once again, the coach Ryan Street's had a conversation during the timeout with the officiating crew. He's very frustrated, and you can understand why. There are 13 fouls compared to Garrett's 6. 13 fouls committed in 17 minutes. That's
quite a discrepancy.
That's a lot. That's hard to win a basketball game committing that many fouls. Now, Coach Street's argument, and I agree with him on some of them, it could be a little ticky-tacky. Like the last one, I thought those just two guys going for a loose ball, but nonetheless, the foul was called. Garrett makes their free throws.
Charlo living around the glass, gets 2 there.
Good follow up there from Charlo off the miss from Grant, but Potomac State's got to try to close this half out strong here. Garrett's kind of getting what they want on the offensive end lately.
Jackson, corner, 3, Cash.
Big shot there.
Antonio Adams.
For Adams. And he's kind of a glue guy for Garrett. He played very well versus Howard when they came to play the Dragons earlier in the year. And he's a guy, he's kind of an older player who they rely upon a lot.
And the trap set there by the Lakers. They're able to get Quay to turn it over. Jackson pulls up. Cash!
That's what he's capable of. Gavin Jackson is a 3-level scorer.
Morgantown, West Virginia, stand on up.
And we got looks like a 30-second timeout for Garrett. And
wow.
Potomac State's, they got to regroup. They got to regroup right now, and they're frustrated. You can understand why, but you got to put the refereeing aside. You got to move on. It is what it is. They called the fouls. You got to move on if you're Potomac State.
Yep.
You got to just play through it. It's as tough as it is. You got to play through it. That's what the good teams do. Happens every team.
Yeah.
Now and then is going to get screwed on. They're going to think they get screwed by fouls and whatnot. You got to play through it and whatnot. Potomac State's got to move on and play through it and try to close this half out strong. Try to get it to within. They're down 12 right now. If you can get it to within 7, 8, I think they'll feel a little bit better about themselves coming out of into the second half.
Primarily keep it under double digits there. As Blackwood will inbound it for the Catamounts. There's that trap again. Quay over to Grant. Drives. Left hand. No. Of course, Charlo cleaning up the mess yet again.
That's what he does, and he's been huge for Potomac State. This game, I don't know where they'd be without him right now. He's cleaned up a lot of their misses off the glass, and he did so once again.
Do that, and he's still playing with 2 fouls. And a nice play there by Blackwood calls in the jump ball. It's still going to stay here for Garrett College. Nazir Coleman will inbound it. Looking.
Almost a 5-second there. But they were able to get it in. Got to get it going, though. 10 on the shot clock.
Jackson, pull up 3. Off the back of the rim. Going to Potomac State.
Good luck, to be honest. In that situation, I honestly thought that was going in. And Jackson's like that. He's
most definitely like that.
So I thought it was going in, but he just back rimmed out, and Garrett going to look to get a stop here on the defensive end. I like the down screen set, though, by Charlo, trying to create some space for his teammates.
Blackwood loses the handle, recovered. Grant off-balance shot, front of the rim. Peter Quay, reach in. It's going to be, I think that's going to be 7th-team foul. So we got ourselves 1-and-1 situation here. Crucial free throws for the 6'6" freshman, Peter Quay.
Yeah, Peter Quay's going to be a good player for Potomac State. It's funny, I told you about how I recruited Keontae Johnson from Garrett. I did recruit one player from Potomac State, and that was Peter Quay. Peter's a very nice player, 6'6". I personally think he's more of a wing than a big. I think due to Potomac State's side issue. They sometimes have to play him at the 5. But he's got some tools that can be used, and he's going to be a good player for them.
Coleman backs out. Jackson, 1 minute left here in the first half. Jackson, shaking, Bacon. Kicks it out, Scott. Back to Miles. Jackson, shot clock down to 4. Kick it out, corner. Miles misses. Thompson rebound. He's got numbers. Blackwood. Thompson. Hezzy. Probing. Cocharlo draws the foul.
Good job by Potomac State. They passed up a decent shot and continue to work to get an even better shot. Charlo at the rim gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. And it also gave them a mini 2-for-1 situation as well. I've always been a big advocate of teams when it's like 40 seconds, 42 seconds, and they have the ball, get a quick one up there so you can get the final shot of the half. I'm a big 2-for-1 person. I strongly believe in that.
Charlo misses the first. They're trying to narrow this gap. 1 of 2 on the trip there.
And Potomac State's going to call their 30 seconds. Take it or lose it. Timeout.
30-second timeout as they are down 7.
Yeah, and give them credit. Like, they regrouped. They were frustrated. They're angry. They're down 12. And we said they feel good if you can get to within 7, 8. Yeah. They got to within 7. Maybe they could even get it to within 5, 4 if they can get a stop and score on this end. But they've responded very well. They're going to feel a lot better pending on if they can get a stop on this last possession, because Garrett's going to draw something up. Coach McCullough, who stay tuned for during halftime, by the way, he will come and interview with us, give us his thoughts on the first half. And he's drawing something up for his group right now. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you're going to see the clock bleed a little bit here, and then maybe you get a screen and roll situation for Gavin Jackson. I'd feed the hot hand. That'd be something you could see here coming down the stretch.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here for Garrett College. Coleman setting up the play.
Here comes Jackson.
Handoff to Jackson.
Don't do screen and roll, but they'll give him the ball.
Miles drives to his left. Tough miss. Scott rebound. 3-2 shot. Back of the rim. No. Rebound Charlo. And that's how the first half will end here at Howard Community College. Game 2 of 4.
Yeah, Potomac State got away with one on that one. Charlo gave Miles baseline. Garrett could not convert on that. But make sure to stay tuned. We will have Coach McCullough over at some point during halftime to give us an interview. He's coming over right now, and we will talk to him momentarily. We're back here with Garrett coach Matt McCullough. Coach, how would you sum up the first half?
It's physical. It's exactly the type of game we knew we were getting ourselves into. They know us. We know them. So I knew that it was going to be an offensive struggle. It's about getting stops, forcing turnovers, and getting out into transition, which, at the end of the day is our best offense no matter what, especially today. I feel like we can make some plays in transition, but to do that, we got to get stops. And we gave up too much penetration down the stretch there in the first half, which led to some, 3-4 fouls in a row that kind of, tighten it up a little bit here going into the half.
Yeah, and how do you manage Heathington, who's obviously a very big part of your team, with his 3 personal fouls? He obviously had to sit.
Yeah, it was, it was a gut feeling by me to leave him in there. I was trying to get him kind of one more segment there. He just made a bad decision. He reached and picked up one he didn't need to pick up, and we'll get him back in the second half, and he'll be fine. He's been in this situation before. We have too, so we'll be excited to get him back and get him back into what we're trying to do.
And finally, what's the message to your guys in the locker room to close this half out strong? You're up 7. Potomac State kind of made a late run to end that first half. What's your message to the guys? And maybe does it involve Wilkes with his 3 fouls?
Yeah, 100%. Our bench, my staff does a really good job of, grabbing my attention, tracking fouls and things like that. So we know where they're at, and certainly he's a big part of what they're trying to do. But I think more importantly, it's about us. It's about, we got 20 minutes, and we know what type of game that we're in. It's going to be physical, it's going to be aggressive, and we got to make sure that we make more winning plays than they do. And if we do that, we'll come out on top.
Awesome. Appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Garrett head coach Matt McCullough. We'll be back for the second half between Garrett and Potomac State after this halftime break.
Back here for second half action. Game 2 of 4 here on quarterfinal Thursday. We got the 5 seed Potomac State Catamounts losing here to the 4 seed Garrett College Lakers, down 7. Ready to kick off second half action. Sebastian.
Yeah, it should be good to see how Potomac State responds. They had a good closing of the first half, but they are down 7. Wilkes back in the game, playing with 3 fouls is going to be a very dangerous situation. If you're Garrett, I'm sure they're going to try to attack them. Good strip by the Lakers.
Charlo got his pocket picked. Johnson in and out. Rebound. Miles battling. Knocked away. Here comes UG Bryant. As we've got a stoppage here is Carmelo Miles is
I get the
Purpose-
need to stop for injury, but you stop it after they have their possession. That
some time that had passed.
Potomac
Yeah.
State had a fast break opportunity, and that's I don't like that by the official there. It was good intention, but you stop it.
A little earlier
You
than
stop it. No, you stop it after the possession is over for Potomac State, because that's not fair. Potomac State plays 5-on-4. You gotta let that possession play out, and then you take a pause when the Lakers have the ball. So
that. Thompson, left hand, strong to the cup. Down 5 points. And what a pass. 3, puppies in order. No. Side of the rim there. As Jackson.
and if they want to call a foul on that, they can call a foul on that. But the reality is they didn't call a foul on it. So if they didn't call a foul, you gotta let it play out. So I just personally disagree with it, but we'll move. Potomac State's gotta move on, and it's a good drive there by Grant. He's gonna go to the line for 2 shots. I like Grant's game. He's obviously shown the ability to shoot, and as an undersized guard, you got to do a little more than most on the offensive end. And he holds his own, and he's really a good scorer of the ball. And I appreciate his game, and I'm excited to see with the off season under Coach Streets and Coach Folk what they can do for him as he goes into his sophomore year.
Thompson will inbound it. Off the foot of Scott. Thompson out to Charlo. He's going to hand it off to Grant. Drives. Wants the contact hit. Doesn't get the foul.
Looked like he got shoved in the back there.
Coleman up and under. Can't finish. Johnson. He can't finish either. Charlo with the rebound. Tough break there for the Lakers. Cam Wilkes doing what he does. Pressing the issue. He's going to go to the line here for 2.
Second personal, team second. Tim Wilkes at the line, shooting 2 shots.
First one good for Wilkes. Rims out on the second one. Rebound by Adams.
Winner of this game plays Howard Community College. Seeing the Dragon coaches scouting this one, looking forward to seeing who they could potentially play in the next round tomorrow at 5 o'clock, which will be broadcasted by the 2 of us, so that'll be fun to see.
That's right. Shot clock down to 3. Coleman, air ball. Turns into a violation.
Yeah, that was just a possession where Garrett was just a little stagnant, couldn't really get anything going there. Coleman trying to get a last second heave up there, ended up being an air ball, resulting in a shot clock violation.
And Wilkes will bring it up here for Potomac State, guarded by Coleman. Bounce pass to Charlo. Dribbles, hand off to Grant. Drives hard to the lane, right hand, no. Rebound Jackson. Able to dribble out of trouble there. Bounce pass. Johnson covers it. Bounce pass stolen away. And then the reach and foul there on Nasir Coleman.
Garrett foul on Nasir Coleman. First personal, team's third.
2 minutes gone by. Garrett already has 3 team fouls here. Second half.
Yeah, so maybe the roles might be reversed a little bit in this half. Yeah, Coach Streets has been complaining a lot for Potomac State, so maybe they got in the ears of the refs, and the refs listened, and maybe it's Garrett's turn to play a half in the double bonus.
Thompson over to Wilkes. Tight ropes it up and under. Oh, not the advantageous roll. The 10 not being very kind to Wilkes.
Yeah, it's not been his game so far. A lot of that due to him being in foul trouble. Just couldn't get the roll on that.
Cash, 3 ball. Jackson.
Potomac State not securing the rebound. They pay with it with 3 points.
Dearly. Off the floatness there by Thompson. Active hands there by Johnson. Then Jackson able to hit the threes. Got a Jackson here trying caught with his hand in the cookie jar there, trying for a reach there.
Yeah, you like the intentions there, just a little too aggressive on that one. Potomac State will get it on the baseline.
Thompson will inbound it. Wilkes, pump fake. Dribbles out of the trap, float. Long. Gets his rebound and draws the foul. Great effort there by Cam Wilkes.
Yes, indeed. Way to stay with it, be determined, and he's going to get his reward by going to the line for 2 shots. But Garrett got to secure that rebound if you're in that situation. Garrett's kind of had issues on the glass all day. Charlo's got a lot of second chance points. Wilkes is going to the line now with his free throws after with that resulting in a second chance opportunity. So Garrett's got to do a better job on the glass.
Especially this transition game, rebounding is going to be very key to stay in this game and to have a fighting chance. And also having number 3 here on the floor here.
Yeah, that helps a lot. That's for sure.
Yes. Deficit now is down to 5.
Got a lot of 4-year coaches here watching Cam Wilkes.
Failed steal attempt. Johnson, hesitate, miss. Cleaned up the mess by Antonio Adams.
It's been a game with second chance opportunities, and both teams have gotten theirs and taken advantage of it.
And Bryant pressing the issue, misses there. Scott tipped away, recovers it. Jackson, feed, Coleman, able to get Bryant up. Shot is
You're going to say it's on the floor, no shot.
on the floor. And we'll shoot some free throws. Or after this, 40-33 is the score. Back and forth going on. Be right back. 15:52 left here, second half. Catamounts down by 7 to the Lakers. After that foul, Lakers will inbound. Coleman under the basket. Out to Jackson. Shot might have been partially blocked there. Here come the Catamounts the other way. Grant. Fire. Iron Unkind in and out. Coleman, long pass down to Johnson. And he's able to draw that foul. It's on Eugene Bryant.
Potomac State foul on 11, Eugene Bryant.
That's a big one for Bryant, as that is number 4. So Potomac State been in foul trouble all game, and that's a big loss for him. Bryant provides some interior depth down low, and he's a good, long, lengthy
Great
player.
effort there by Wilkes on the steal and save.
Yes, indeed. And to do that with 3 fouls, not reach and get the arm, get the ball, very risky, but he was able to get that steal there.
Ran off the pick by Quay. Kicks it out. Thompson. Great look. Can get it to fall. Last touch by the Lakers. Staying here with Potomac State.
Cam Heathington coming back into the game now with his 3 fouls. As we asked Coach McCullough about that at halftime, he's confident in his ability to play with 3 fouls, and confidence is shown inserting him into the game fairly quickly in the second half.
Great look by Wilkes. He missed. Second chance up and under and gets the shooter's roll.
Yeah, that was a very nice bounce there for Wilkes. Gets it to go, and he's grabbing his right hand. You can tell it's bothering him. And he's just playing through it, being a warrior, trying to fight it out. But he's playing through it, that's for sure.
And there's the quick drive there by Heathington. Draws a foul on Charlo. The 25. That's his third. 2 at the line here for Heathington.
2 shots.
First one to fall. Six sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. 1 of 2 on the trip. Wilkes drives, draws the defense in, pump fake. Grant hands it off to Thompson, loses it, deflected, staying here with Potomac State. Almost stolen there by Adams, number 11.
Yeah, you like those active hands there by the Lakers. And Wilkes, this is right off the inbound.
Swish.
Does what he does.
Don't let him get hot.
That's for sure. And looks like his right hand's good to me.
And just like that, slashes the deficit down to his number. 3 points, 14-10 left, second half. Catamounts trying to make a run here. Jackson, shaking, Bacon, float game. Looking old school Skyhook. Morgantown's finest, folks.
Yes, indeed. And he's just finds ways to put the ball in the basket, and he continues to do so.
Wilkes says, I can do it too, and get an and 1 in the process. My hand is good.
Yes, indeed. And Garrett just picked up their 16th foul, so that means from now on, Potomac State bonus rest of the way with 13 minutes and 52 seconds left in the half. That is a lot of time.
A lot of time. 3-point play by Wilkes. 43-41 is our score. Coleman, Heathington, Wilkes drives.
That's his 4th. Big blow. Oh, they're going to get it on Ashton Grant. Or on Andre Grant, excuse me.
Saved by the whistle there.
So Grant's going to pick up his 3rd. They're lucky that wasn't on Wilkes there.
Coleman.
I'm sure Potomac State would take that instead of it being Wilkes' fourth.
And there's a little bit of aggressiveness. Hithington, left hand. What tremendous length and layup on that play.
Potomac State wanted a foul on that loose ball. They didn't get it.
Grant drives, cradles it, no. Fighting for it, hands in the hands of Carmelo Miles. Jackson, right hand. And draws the foul on Peter Quay.
Potomac State's bench is irate right now, as they thought that Jackson warded with the off arm. I think the referee is saying that first that Quay was a little unvertical before the off arm, and I think that's what got him. Because they're right. He did use the off arm, but he used the off arm after the initial contact from Quay.
And first free throw missed there by Jackson. He's able to make that second. 1 of 2 on the trip. "13 minutes left. Wilkes drives past Coleman, up and under. Great body control. Scores again.
Yes, indeed. Good, strong take there from Wilkes. He's a man on a mission right now. And if you're Garrett, you're going to maybe have to help over a little bit more, because right now everything's going through Wilkes. Maybe you want to help off a guy like a Quay.
And active hands there for the Catamounts. Wilkes, 3. Cash!
You knew that was going up. You knew that was going up as soon as he got it.
Tied
and
at
he is
46.
taking over for the Catamounts right now. If you're Garrett, you got to give a different look, though, in my opinion, to Wilkes. Maybe show something, disguise something, maybe blitz Wilkes as he comes across half court. You got to get the ball out of his hands.
Jackson edge from the other end,
Short.
the front of the rim. Miles with the rebound. As the tone of this game has shifted, Catamounts on a run here. Heathington, shot clock at 10, pocket picked. He's got to do something. Down 5 seconds. 4. Adams misses. Charlo with the rebound.
It was funny, that whole possession, Jackson was standing in the corner, and he was being face guarded by Damian Thompson, and they stood in the corner together like mannequins for 20 seconds. That was fascinating, but that's how Potomac State wants to play Jackson, and it's working right now.
9 on the shot clock. Grant.
Charlo trying to seal down low.
Oh! Grant with a Steph Curry-like 3. And they have the lead, 49-46. Jackson misses a 3. Charlo with the rebound.
And you can tell Garrett's trying to get to the media timeout, but they might have to burn one here soon. And because right now all the momentum's with Potomac State. They've come back from 7 down. They're up 3. If they get a basket here, I think you might see a timeout from Coach McCullough.
Grant.
Short.
Front of the rim. Strong rebound by Miles. Coleman finds a cutting Miles. Right hand. Misses. No foul. A lot of contact.
Coach McCullough, I have never seen him that upset. He is as mild-mannered as it gets, and he jumped in the air screaming, and we're going to get a loose ball on Damian Thompson as we have a media timeout.
Physical play has increased here in the last 10 minutes. The Catamounts have pushed ahead. They're up 49-46. Be right back. We're back here live. 10:39 left here in the second half. Potomac State gone on quite a run to take the lead up at 3. As Jackson rolls it in to inbound it. And Coleman now picks it up. Well, ISO basketball, Grant on Coleman. Pass tipped by Grant. Back to Coleman. Drives. Pump fake. Probing. No. Can't. Heathington tried to finish it. Wilkes has numbers. Right hand. Easy goes.
Great strong take there from Wilkes. And unfortunately for Heathington, it was a great response trying to dunk it. It was right intention, just didn't go for him. If it would have gone, it would have been huge momentum, and there's another foul on the Catamounts.
Great positioning there by Stephen Robinson, number 15. Able to head to the line for 2.
Personal team 7.
First one good for Robinson. In and out for Robinson.
Garrett's free throw woes continue. They've had issues at the free throw line all game today.
Press broken. Thompson. The alley is open. Nice deflection there by Robinson on the defense. Miles. Heathington, Euro, right hand, yes.
Very nice by Heathington there, working around Wilkes, who was trying to take that charge and getting the easy lay-in. Well done there.
Much more under control on that one for Heathington. Quay tries his hand, the foul free throw line shot and converts.
Yeah, that was a good conversion there by Quay.
You got Coach Streets pleading for his team, clapping. Let's get a stop here. Let's get a stop. Miles on the left wing. What a feed. Robinson and one. Stephen Robinson, last 2 possessions.
So that play for Potomac State was broken once Grant tried to reach in there. The blow-by happened, so then they have to bring a help defender up on that one. As there's the reach, the help defender comes up, and then sneaking inside under the baseline, getting the opportunity to complete a 3-point play is Stephen Robinson.
And does just that. It's a nice move there by Miles to get past Quayle on that play and find Robinson on the feed. Grant, Thompson, foul line. Shot is missed to the left.
Good look for Thompson. Usually hits those. He's got to hit those for Potomac State. Rare miss for him.
I'll tell you, on this side of the field, that's been the prime shot in these 2 games. Everybody, that's the sweet spot.
No doubt. No doubt. That's what teams give nowadays because they're so cognizant of the 3 as they should be that a lot of times they'll give up the free throw line extended, and we're going to get a charge
on Heathington.
That's number 4.
Wow.
Yeah, looks like we're going to get a timeout here to clean up a wet spot. But now you got Heathington with 4. Peter Quay's got 4. Eugene Bryant's got 4. Bryant's on the bench right now. Heathington and Quay are out on the floor right now. So with those 4 fouls for each of those guys, they got to be very careful on the defensive end. Wilkes with 3 as well. Grant with 3 for Potomac State is in addition.
Dangerous pass there by Quay. Grant able to break through. Still going. Right hand up and under. Yes, sir!
The difficulty of that for Andre Grant was incredible. To weave through his way of defenders, to go the full length of the floor, and to lay it in was incredible. Well done from Andre Grant. And it's very strong with the ball as well as another Garrett turnover.
And they got the numbers.
Going to shoot this.
Almost had the shooter's roll there. But a jump ball. And possession arrow in favor of Garrett. As Keontae Johnson subs in, Holman heading to the bench. Antonio Adams also subbing in. 8 minutes, 4 seconds left here. Game 2 of 4 here on quarterfinal Thursday. We got the 5 seed Potomac State Catamounts up 3 on the 4 seed Garrett College Lakers. As after the knock pass away, Adams covers it and able to draw the foul. Here for a break for another media timeout. 55-52 is the score. Breaking the action. Tim Tooten Jr., Sebastian Merrick. Right back. Adams here at the line after the timeout. He'd be shooting 2 here. First one good. Makes them both. And Antonio Adams now has 11 points to match his jersey number. Yobi. And one. Giannis Yobi.
The fact that Potomac State was able to get a guy to leak out like that on Garrett is bad, especially off a free throw. The fact that they weren't able to get one guy back, you gotta be aware of that. And I blame everybody for that. Players, coaches, and Coach McCullough is my guy, but as a coach, you gotta also, and he's a phenomenal coach. I think he's one of the best in this region. But you also have to be aware of who's in the back and who's in the Potomac State front court. You can't let a leak out like that happen. So that's tough. That's tough break for Garrett.
Behind the back by Jackson. Kicks it to Robinson. Adams, 3. Front side of the rim. Hustle play there by Johnson for the rebound. Go back himself, right hand, and it's good.
That's what he can do. He's very long, lengthy, athletic. Not really a shooter, but he can attack the hole with the best of them. And when he gets there downhill, not many can stop him, and he got downhill with ease on that one.
From Odessa, Texas, and folks, you can guess. Odessa Permian High School. Mojo forever.
Yep, and those guys down in Texas are ballers.
Down the paint, Yobi amongst the trees through 3 guys, scores.
Yeah, those 3 Garrett Lakers were so deep down low that Yobi just had such an inside position. They were below the basket even, which made it an easier lay-in for Yobi.
Jackson, pass, active hands by Wilkes on the steal. Wilkes pulls back, over to Grant. 3-pointer, nope. Hesitation there by Fawcett, number 0. Scott. Misses the easy layup.
Tough break there for Scott. Made a nice little Euro there, and just the layup didn't go for him. Didn't like the taste of that one, the rim.
Grant lost it. Fawcett. Yobi finishes again at the cup. As Grant on the floor might be cramped there.
Yeah, it looks to be a little cramped, a little. Hopefully he's good to go. Take a seat on the bench. Our trainer at Howard Community College, Tim Happel, over to assist him. And they're going to just do the final media timeout right now, as Garrett will take the 30-second timeout that will turn into a media.
Back here after the timeout. Adams drives, step back, right hand, swish.
Got one more media timeout after this one. Got that clarified from our referee there. Adams with a good make there on that one. Garrett down 4. Got to get stops here. They're in a 1-3-1 right now, with Jackson kind of being the last line of defense. So it's a very interesting wrinkle. Wilkes going to take one from 3.
Gets the shooter's roll. Wilkes is now at 25.
Yep,
The game.
he's like that, and it's crazy because the vast majority of his scoring comes in the second half in this one, playing with 3 fouls, playing with basically a busted hand.
Yeah.
It shows you the type of gamer that he is.
And there is Adams and 1. Right positioning, right time.
Good strong take there for Adams to lay it in.
Back and forth we go.
You love the emotion shown too. You can tell how much it means to both these teams. They see opportunity. They want their stay in Columbia to extend. Unfortunately, someone's got to go home after this one. So you can tell that this emotion it means it's going to be. You're going to see a lot of emotion in these final 4:56 minutes.
Buckle up, could be a tight finish here as the deficit is now 4. Potomac State, Garrett College exchanging buckets.
I like the different look that they're showing Wilkes. They're having him bring it up. They're not really bringing a press, but they had him bring up full court, have him go the full length of the court. You want to do that just to make him earn it and maybe burn a little bit of that stamina. I like the different look for Wilkes.
Nice save there by Fawcett as Wilkes continues to expand the bag.
But even the different look doesn't work because he's just that good. And sometimes that happens when you get so many good players, and that is a complete breakdown in coverage by Potomac State.
Nice answer there by Coleman.
That was not something Coach Streets wanted.
Coleman trying to catch him sleeping. Hand on the wrist there on the foul. Going to be a 1-1 as Peter Quay at the line, 6'6" freshman, Richmond, Virginia.
Final 1-1 of this game. Now, this is biggest free throws he's taken in his life. Pressure free throws, 1-1 for a young freshman. Let's see if Quay's got what it takes in him to knock this front end down. He
I
does.
think he heard you.
Well, that's why I recruited him. I got a good eye for talent. Potomac State clearly does too.
2 for 2 on the trip. 6-point advantage with 4 minutes left. Coleman drives. Pocket picked by Caden Fawcett. And going to the Catamounts.
Yep, Coach McCullough is not happy right now.
Heady play there by Fawcett. Making the most of his minutes on the floor here.
Yeah, Coach McCullough is very upset that that went off. He wanted the other official to make that call, saying he was closer to the play, but nonetheless, Potomac State ball and looked to be off the Lakers.
Yobi, shot blocked by Adams. They got the numbers in transition. Miles, left hand, yes.
Big basket there for Garrett. Cut it to within 4. Extending the pressure against Potomac State.
All set. Hezzy tries to go up. Misses. Last touch by Fawcett.
Got our final media timeout.
At that timeout, Garrett College will look to trim their deficit down for crunch time. Be right back. .339 left for Garrett College. Down 4.
I think a factor coming down the stretch here too is Potomac State going to get Andre Grant back into the game. He's obviously hurt right now, doing some work with our trainer Tim, but he adds another level of scoring that Potomac State needs to potentially close this out. He's a very good player, so someone's got to step up and play alongside Wilkes if Grant can't continue to go.
There's foul there on Cam Wilkes.
That's his 4th. I don't like that call at all. It looked like Wilkes was going for the basketball. He didn't make any contact with Heathington at all there. That's not a good call there. That's a miss by the officials. Heathington makes the first. But again, you got to play through it. Potomac State's done a good job of playing through it in the first half.
Yeah.
You got to play through it in the second half. And they've done a good job, and you got to just move on. And for Wilkes, now that he's got 4, it's going to be a lot tougher to defend because his value in this game, if they lose him, that's a game changer. Can't lose him.
Thompson has it on the right wing. Fawcett. Newby. Dribbles. Quay. Turns. Kicks it out. Wilkes. Pump fake. Drive. Spins. Up and under. Yobi down to 4. Great hands by Adams to steal it. Looking to close the gap here on this possession. Miles. Headington. Yes. One score game.
Looked like he got away with the travel there on that one. So,
Yeah.
I'm not saying, just looked like he got away with the travel there after he bobbled it. But nonetheless, we got one score game.
Oh, a dangerous pass. Fawcett. Wilkes gets the foul. Smart play. It's going to be 2. Shooting 2.
That is a smart play by Wilkes. He knew he was going to be anxious to block his shot. Got his foot on the line.
It's a dangerous bounce pass here on the replay. Oh, man.
It was, but Wilkes, you got to give him credit. Just making that play, and that's a big loss for Garrett, as that is number 5 on Antonio Adams. He is done for the game. Coach McCullough's frustrated too, because he's so important to them. He's just the glue guy. He's the versatility that he brings. He can do a lot of different things, and a very rare miss at the line for Wilkes.
The iron very unkind to Wilkes there. As number 11, UG Bryant for the Catamount sitting back in. One of 2 on the trip. We're down 70-68 to 22. And it looks like next dead ball, Andre Branch coming into the game here.
That's very important for Potomac State, and I'm sure they'll be thankful to our trainer, Tim Happel at Howard Community College, for helping to get him ready to come back in.
Coleman amongst the trees. No. Miles tips it in.
This
Carmelo
game is
Miles.
tied. And again, they're doing the face guarding the Jackson. So Garrett, you're playing 4-on-4 on the offensive end. And Miles with the tip to go. And you know the ball's going to be in this guy's hands, and Wilkes gets fouled. It'll be interesting to see who it's on. They're going to get it on Miles, and hopefully he's all right after he took a heavy fall.
Garrett got it by Ellen Lyons. Second personal.
Looks like Wilkes should be okay, just regaining.
Noticeable grimace. You think about
His balance a little bit. Yeah.
Already nursing a bad hand.
He's a gamer.
Yeah.
He's an incredible player, Cam Wilkes, and somebody that you see a lot of these 4-year schools looking at him, and I think the conversations will go from more than just hey, nice seeing you play. I think you're going to see some action for him, because he's definitely good enough to play at a good, solid 4-year school. He's shown that today.
Another rare miss. Maybe that fall causing the miss there. It is still tight at 70 all.
Yeah, big free throw here for Wilkes. I expect them to knock this one down and give Potomac State the lead. And for Potomac State, got to get a stop on the defensive end. It'll be interesting to see, do they extend some sort of pressure? They're going to take a timeout here.
Yep. Be a full timeout.
The full or 30? Full timeout.
Full timeout.
So we will be back for the final minute 48 after this.
1:48 left. Potomac State holding on to a 1-point lead over Garrett College. 1:48 left. Holman will inbound it. Heathington brings it up. Drives, Euro steps his length. Altered shot, second chance, and gets the end one. Cam Heathington puts the Lakers ahead.
Great focus and determination there by Heathington, sticking with it on that one. The first initial drive didn't go his way, which, by the way, if we're going to be honest, it should have been a travel because you can't catch your own air ball. But nonetheless, got it to go, and he's going to go to the line for a three-point play. Now, he might have gotten a tip off the deflection, which in that case would negate the travel.
But can't finish here on the three-point play. Still a 1-point game in favor of Garrett College. Wilkes.
Back and forth game. Ball's going to be in Wilkes' hands. Garrett knows that. Everybody knows that.
Or Grant and travels. Ooh.
You can tell he's hurt. He's playing through right now. Just lost his footing a little bit there. Good strong take. Just a little too many steps. Very important for Potomac State to get a stop here. Got to play good, strong, solid, fundamental defense. Looks like they're playing in man, which I like. They're going to potentially switch everything, or will they fight through?
Jackson. Pocket nearly picked by Grant. Coleman, fake, drives. Amongst the contact, no. Miles rebound, loses it. Wilkes has it. 1 minute remaining. Grant, corner. Shots long. Charlo, board, blocked. Robinson, Charlo again, no. They're fighting over it. Miles and Bryant. And it's a jump ball staying right here for Potomac State. With 48.1 seconds left.
Crazy possession between these two teams, and with the jump ball.
Thompson will be the inbounds man.
Look at Wilkes in the corner. I'm surprised they didn't.
Nice pass. Grant. Puppy's in order. Splash!
Ice cold in his veins for Grant. And that was a very big shot. Garrett overplayed Wilkes. Grant wide open, knocks it down.
2-point advantage for Potomac State. And Coach McCullough calling a timeout.
So I expect the ball to be in Jackson's hands. Has to be in Jackson's hands. We'll stay here during this full timeout. If I'm Coach McCullough, I'm trying to get a screen and roll situation where I'm clearing everybody out, and I want Jackson on Charlo, because Charlo's going to be in the game, I'm sure. Get the big, try to get that switch, and if you get that switch, let Jackson go to work. And then if you can't get that, you have to have your contingency plan, which I think you're going to see Heathington in the game. That could be a good contingency plan as well. But I want the ball in Gavin Jackson's hands. Ball has to be, in my opinion, in Jackson's hands. That's how I want to go down.
Set up play, he's dangerous from the outside. We've seen today if he gets in a rhythm or maybe even at that foul line. That's the shot you probably wanted him to take. Extend this game. You don't have to go for the three now. Play for the next possession. And off that three by Grant, I think that cramp is gone.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think they're going to give Wilkes the assist, but I think they should give the assist to our trainer, Tim Happel, on that one, and put him on the stat sheet for one game and one game exception.
Looked like before that shot, Sebastian, there was a slight hesitation, but the stroke was good. Straight cash. Heathington will inbound it. Knocked away by Grant off of Garrett College. Grant says, I can do it both ways, and we're going to get a review of the monitor. Well,
Yeah, so we'll get a review at this. I guess they're saying did it potentially hit off of
It looked like it might have hit off a Grant's
Garrett
leg
player.
or somebody's leg.
So that will be basically what determines it. They're going to the monitor, and at the review, it is going to be Potomac
Stands.
State ball.
That is huge.
So that's brutal for Garrett. You draw an ATO coming out of timeout, and it ends out like that. But Andre Grant doing it from both offensively and defensively.
Yes.
He's taking over this game for Potomac State, and give him a ton of credit. Surprised Wilkes is the inbounder here. I want the ball in his hands with free throws, although he's missed a couple. Maybe they want it in Grant's hands.
Bryant, bounce pass, knocked away, going to Garrett College. And the Catamounts are saying, hey, I think that was off Garrett, and we're going to get another review.
That's the right thing to do. You want to make sure you get this call right, and we'll get a look at it right now. And I think it went off Potomac State, personally. It looked like it went off Damian Thompson's knee. So that's just the right thing to do. You want to review it.
Make sure you get the right call.
And it is off of Potomac State, and it is Garrett basketball. But this is what I talk about too. Like, you don't want to attack the basket in those situations. You want to go to the free throw line, because that's what can happen. You risk turning the ball over, and it's not worth it. You want to bring it out more on the perimeter, make them foul you instead of trying to get the kill shot make it a 2-possession game. Now Garrett can tie or take the lead here.
The shot clock turned off, game clock down to 12. Heathington drives, spins on Wilkes. No, rebound. Wilkes has it. Bounce pass. Thompson. Shot denied by Heathington. Huge block and a timeout with 3.2 seconds left.
Not a smart play there by Thompson to try to finish that, because Heathington, you want to talk about a heck of a play. Getting vertical, not fouling, pinning it off the glass. That was incredible. Now Garrett, out of timeouts. They're going to have to go the length of the floor here. And that was a great timeout as well by Heathington, because had they not called that timeout, by the time he's up off the floor and the ball's out of his hands, it's 1 second left, and you're relying on a half-court heave. So Coach McCullough, I'm sure, is drawing something up right now. If you're Potomac State, you got to stay in front of your man. Do not foul
under any circumstances
in this situation. And Garrett's going to have it baseline. They're going to have to go the full length of the court with 3.2. I think you expect to see some action here involving Jackson or Coleman. I think the ball is going to end up in one of those two guys' hands.
And the inbounds man will be number 5, Carmelo Miles. Coleman has it. 3, 2, 1. Shots up. And it's long. And there you have it. Potomac State holds on to beat Garrett College 74-72.
Yeah, that's not what Coach McCullough drew up, I'm sure.
At all.
But you give a ton of credit to Potomac State, who fought all their way back. They down 7. It was very easily could have given it up and whatnot. They didn't. They fought, and they played very well down the stretch.
And just the amount of foul trouble that they faced in that first half.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And with that, we're going to have our first semifinal matchup tomorrow. We have the 5th-seeded Potomac State against the 1-seed host team, Howard, at 5 p.m. tomorrow. And we'll be right back for game 3 of 4. We've got the 7-seeded Chesapeake College Skipjacks and the 2-seed Cecil Seahawks. Be right back.